So a over b to the p to the negative q is equal to what? Okay, well, you should try to work that out before you see this, but at the first level, you got something to the negative q, so it's going to be 1 over that something to the q. Then, what's a over b to the p raised to the q? Well, we go to a numerical example just to see for sure. 2 over 3 to the 4th raised to the 3rd means, well, 2 over 3 to the 4th times itself 3 times, which means you got 2 times 2 times 2 over 3 to the 4 times 3 to the 4 times 3 to the 4. Okay? Which means you got 2 cubed divided by 3 to the 4th cubed. Well, by the same token, up here, a over b to the p raised to the q has to be a to the q, because you're going to have q of them, however many that is. Down here it would just be 3, because it's a third power, right? Whatever q is, that's what you have. And b to the p raised to the q. Okay, so we see, like this raised to the 3rd is this raised to the 3rd divided by this raised to the 3rd. So by this example, we at least tend to believe that this is the case. Now, what's 3 to the 4th to the 3rd? Well, that means 3 to the 4th is this, and 3 to the 4th to the 3rd is this times this, giving you 12 threes, so it's 3 to the 12th. So whatever p and q are, you write down p of them, and then you write that down q times, and you'd have p times q of the things. So we've got that. Now we can continue to simplify. That's 1 divided by a to the q over b to the p q, which means it's 1 times the reciprocal, which is just the reciprocal. Okay? Now a couple other things. ab to the c then is a to the c times b to the c, and if you could write that out with 2's and 3's, like 4 to the 3rd squared is 4 times 4 times 4 squared, 4 times 4 times 4, 4 times 4 times 4, and that's 4 to the 6th, which is 4 to the 3 times 2. So this is consistent with saying that a to the, well, in this case, a to the b raised to the c is a to the bc, or have well, okay, doesn't really connect with this example, but and down here you have 4 to the 3rd times 4 to the 2nd. You write that out, you find it's 4 to the 5th, which is 4 to the 3 plus 2, and this illustrates why a to the b times a to the c equals a to the b plus c. Okay. Well then, if you write things out similar to what we did here, it's easy to see that ab to the c can be written a to the c times b to the c. A over b raised to the c is a to the c divided by b to the c. A to the q divided by a to the p, same base, means a to the q times the reciprocal of a to the p, because, well, that's why, which is a to the q times a to the negative p, which then is, by this rule, is a to the q plus negative p, which is a to the q minus p. Now, ideally, you can reason that out, but you can also just kind of memorize it. If you have two numbers multiplied, well, if you have a number to one power times the same number to another power, you add the exponents because of this, okay? If you have a quotient, you subtract the exponents. Top exponent minus the bottom one. And those are important rules of exponents that we need to understand for some of the stuff that's going to come later.